Have you ever found yourself questioning the mysteries of the mind? You know, those moments when you're staring off into the distance, wondering how our brains can be so susceptible to suggestions and transformative experiences. Well, my friends, today we're diving deep into the world of hypnotherapy. So gather around and let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Imagine just for a moment that you're in a serene, calming space. Your mind begins to drift, guided by the gentle voice of a seasoned hypnotherapist. This isn't the flashy show you've seen on stage with people clucking like chickens. No, this is real clinical hypnotherapy, and boy, has it stirred quite the buzz lately. But amidst all the chatter, have you ever paused to ponder the bold claim that hypnotherapy has a whopping 93% success rate? Sounds pretty impressive, right? Or perhaps too good to be true. Now imagine if we delved deeper into those studies, those little tidbits of information that swirl around. What would we find? Let's explore. Hypnotherapy, for the uninitiated, taps into the power of suggestion, taking you on a trance-like journey of focused attention. But here's the burning question. Is the 93% success rate claim truly backed by science or just an overhyped myth? Research, my curious friends, offers us tantalizing hints. Studies from serene clinics to bustling academic settings have been trying to decode this enigma. But remember, like all good tales, it's not black and white. Comparing hypnotherapy to therapies like CBT or even medications is like comparing apples to, well, a very different kind of fruit. Sometimes hypnotherapy triumphs, sometimes it doesn't. And guess what? A lot of it boils down to the skill of the hypnotherapist and, of course, our own unique minds. So where did this 93% figure come from? It seems we owe this number to a certain meta-analysis study. Now, for those scratching their heads, a meta-analysis is where smart folks combine a bunch of studies to get clearer insights. But here's the catch. This particular study has faced its share of criticisms. Imagine, if you will, only choosing studies that show hypnotherapy in a positive light. Kind of skewing the results, don't you think? It's like going on a diet and only counting the calories on your cheat days. We've all been there, right? Now, I don't mean to rain on the hypnotherapy parade. Far from it. In fact, it can be incredibly effective for many. Think about issues like anxiety, weight loss, or even managing pain. But let's keep our feet on the ground and expectations realistic. Hypnotherapy is powerful, but it's not a magical wand. Speaking of magic, have you ever considered taking things into your own hands? Imagine unlocking the secrets of self-hypnosis. Wait, you don't have to just imagine. You can actually try a 5-day free self-hypnosis course. Yep, you heard that right. Dive into the mesmerizing world of self-hypnosis, and who knows what transformations await. Interested? Do check out the link in the description. So let's chat about the people guiding this journey, the hypnotherapists. Imagine having the skills to navigate the labyrinth of the human mind. The success of hypnotherapy isn't just about us, the clients, but also hinges on the talent and experience of these maestros. A seasoned hypnotherapist can fine-tune the therapy to resonate with our quirks and personalities, making the experience all the more impactful. Picture a tailor, but instead of fitting clothes, they're crafting a therapeutic experience just for you. But hey, it's not all on them. We play a part too. Remember those times you felt more open to new experiences while at other times you felt more resistant? That's our individual responsiveness to hypnosis. While some of us might easily drift into a trance, picturing serene beaches or mystical forests, others might need a tad bit more coaxing. And let's not forget the vast expanse of issues hypnotherapy can address. If you thought it was a one-size-fits-all kind of deal, think again. From the gripping chains of anxiety to the battle against those pesky extra pounds, the approach can be as unique as the issue. It's like having a different dance for every tune. Just imagine salsa dancing your way through stress management and then waltzing gracefully through pain relief. It's art, it's science, it's hypnotic. Oh, speaking of unique experiences, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that 5-day self-hypnosis course again. Have you ever wished for the tools to master your own mind, to weave through its intricate paths and discover its hidden treasures? Well, here's your chance. Dive in, and who knows, you might just find a version of yourself you never knew existed. Again, don't forget that link in the description. It might just be the adventure you've been waiting for. In our shared journey of discovery, let's remember that while we explore the realms of the mind, the real magic lies in our collective experiences and the stories we share. Our tales of triumph, of challenges, and of the ever-evolving dance with our minds. Now imagine, just for a second, our minds as vast gardens. Some parts are well tended with vibrant flowers in bloom, others, a bit wilder, perhaps with a weed or two. Now, what if you had the tools, the gardening gloves, if you will, to nurture those patches? That's where hypnotherapy comes into play. Hold on to that thought, and let's start with a common issue: smoking. Ever wondered how some manage to drop those cigarettes like hot potatoes while others find it a Herculean task? Hypnotherapy, my friends. It's like a secret garden path leading them away from the allure of smoking. And if you're looking for a surefire success formula, remember this. It's a mix of your readiness, the depth of addiction, and the maestro's skills. And speaking of skills, if you're curious about taking charge, there's this 5-day free self-hypnosis course. Don't just take my word for it. Check out the link in the description. Weight loss, our age-old nemesis. We've tried diets, we've embraced fitness regimes. But what about our mindset? The inner battles, the cravings at midnight. Enter hypnotherapy, the gentle whisper that turns into a shout of motivation, helping us swap that cookie for a carrot. And imagine if we tackled anxiety and stress in the same way. Instead of drowning in waves of worry, what if we could surf them with grace and poise? But here's where I challenge you. While hypnotherapy is transformative, it's not the magical potion for every ailment. Pain management, for instance. It's more of a sidekick, changing the narrative about pain, but not eradicating the source. A valuable sidekick nonetheless. Do you remember those toy kaleidoscopes we loved as kids? The ones where each twist showed a different pattern? Hypnotherapy is a bit like that. A twist here, a turn there, and voila, a changed perspective. With repeated sessions and a touch of self-hypnosis, remember that course I mentioned, we can ensure the effects are not just fleeting glimmers, but lasting rays of positivity. Let's take a deep dive, shall we? Beneath the surface of our conscious mind lies a vast ocean of subconscious thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. And in this ocean, the power of suggestion is the current that guides us. It's this fascinating interplay that underpins the success of hypnotherapy. Speaking of fascinating, have you ever heard of neuroplasticity? Think of it as the brain's own version of shape-shifting. And hypnotherapy, the gentle nudge that helps shape this shift. Now, I can't help but address the elephant in the room, the misconceptions about hypnotherapy. Is it mind control? Am I going to cluck like a chicken? Laugh with me, folks. No, it's not a magic spell, and no, you're not going under any dark spell. But the real magic? It's in our shared journey of discovery, understanding, and transformation. So I urge you, don't just be passive listeners. Reflect, question, and embark on this quest of understanding the wonders of the mind. Let's journey together through the labyrinth of our thoughts with hypnotherapy as our guiding light. Now picture this. You desperately want to quit smoking. Every fiber of your being is screaming at you to stop. But then there's that little voice, that persistent nudge, making you light up just one more time. This right here is where hypnotherapy works wonders. By harnessing the power of suggestion, it strengthens your willpower, making you better equipped to resist that nagging urge. And while we're on the subject, have you checked out the free 5-day self-hypnosis course linked below? It's a gem for those eager to start their journey. But wait, you might think, I've tried everything to shed those extra pounds, and nothing seems to stick. Asterisk, asterisk. Well, have you ever thought about what drives your eating habits? Many of our dietary choices stem from deeper emotional triggers. It's not just about the food, it's about the memories, emotions, and past experiences tied to them. Hypnotherapy helps you unpack and address these underlying emotions, giving you a fighting chance in your weight loss journey. Imagine reshaping not just your body, but also the way you relate to food. Intriguing, right? As we go deeper into this enlightening dialogue, let's address the elephant in the room: stress and anxiety. In our bustling world, who hasn't felt the weight of these emotions? The beauty of hypnotherapy lies in its approach to anxiety and stress management. Through guided sessions, one can reach a state of deep relaxation, almost like finding an oasis in a desert of chaos. and you can have this oasis at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. And if you're someone grappling with pain, whether from migraines, arthritis, or even the after effects of surgery, hypnotherapy might just be the knight in shining armor you've been waiting for. By altering your perception of pain, it doesn't remove the source, but instead gives you a shiny new set of armor to face it head on. Now let's shift gears a bit. How many of you believe in the transformative potential of the human mind? Hypnotherapy is not just a one-off. Its effects are lasting, deeply rooted. Unlike quick fixes, hypnotherapy delves deep, addressing the root cause. And remember, the occasional maintenance session is like giving your car a tune-up. It just keeps things running smoothly. By the way, there's a world of difference between that entertaining stage hypnosis and clinical hypnotherapy. One is for show, the other for healing. So the next time you see someone clucking like a chicken on stage, remember, that's not what we're talking about here. Our minds are powerful, intricate, and endlessly fascinating. Hypnotherapy offers a way to harness that power for our benefit. Whether it's kicking a habit, managing pain, or simply understanding ourselves better, the possibilities are vast and wondrous. Imagine this, if you will. Tom, a friend from work who, despite trying every trick in the book, couldn't kick his smoking habit. Then he met hypnotherapy. Now he's not only smoke-free, but has this newfound sense of inner strength, like a bird that's just discovered its wings. Pretty cool, right? Or think about Sarah living in the shadow of anxiety, its weight pressing down on her every moment. With hypnotherapy, she didn't just manage her anxiety, she transformed her entire life perspective. Imagine going from feeling chained to feeling free. That's the power we're talking about. But let's address the elephant in the room. You're probably wondering, does it really work? What's the success rate? Well, my friends, the oft-cited 93% success rate is tricky. Just like how we all have different coffee preferences, hypnotherapy's effectiveness varies from one individual to the next. Factors like a person's responsiveness and the therapist's skills play huge roles. Now don't get me wrong, hypnotherapy is this amazing toolkit, unlocking potential in areas like smoking cessation, weight loss, and even transforming those limiting self-beliefs we all hold on to. But just like any tool, it's only as good as the hand that wields it. And it's crucial to approach it with an open mind and informed expectations. By now you might be thinking, okay, this sounds intriguing, but what if I'm the exception? What if it doesn't work on me? And that's where things get interesting. You see, while hypnotherapy might seem like magic to some, its effectiveness is intertwined with multiple factors: the issue at hand, your commitment, and of course, finding a maestro in the world of hypnotherapy. Speaking of commitment, have you ever thought about the barriers holding you back from reaching your full potential? Whether it's a fear, a habit, or even performance anxiety on the field, hypnotherapy might just be your game changer. And hey, if you're curious about diving into the world of self-hypnosis, there's this 5-day free self-hypnosis course. Check out the link in the description. It might be the start of a transformative journey for you. Now, I've been asked, is hypnotherapy the golden ticket to success? While it can be a ladder helping you climb higher, remember it's not the only one. Success is a mosaic of hard work, chances, choices, and yes, sometimes a bit of hypnotherapy magic. As for those burning questions, like the number of sessions you'd need or the potential side effects, well, the journey with hypnotherapy is as individual as fingerprints. Just as no two snowflakes are alike, your path with hypnotherapy will be unique to you. Now let's talk about Jack, a 50-year-old man who smoked 2 packs a day, tried every trick in the book to quit. From patches to gums to cold turkey, nothing worked. But then he turned to hypnotherapy. And guess what? After just 5 sessions, Jack hasn't touched a cigarette for over 2 years now. Miraculous, right? Or let's talk about Sarah, who faced debilitating anxiety for years. She often found herself curled up in a ball, dreading the world outside. But with the magic of hypnotherapy, Sarah has now given speeches in front of hundreds, conquering her fears. These aren't just tales, my friends. These are the real-life success stories of hypnotherapy clients. Now you might be wondering, how does this work? How can mere words and suggestions have such a profound effect? Remember when we were children and we believed we could be anything? A firefighter, an astronaut, a dragon? Hypnotherapy taps into that childlike imagination, breaking free from limiting beliefs and unveiling our inner strengths. Think about this. Imagine your mind is like a garden. Over time, we let weeds grow, overshadowing our vibrant flowers. These weeds might be self-doubt, fears, or bad habits. Hypnotherapy acts like a skilled gardener, carefully removing these weeds and allowing your flowers to bloom once again. However, my dear listeners, it's crucial to remember, hypnotherapy isn't a magic wand. Its success varies from person to person. Why? Because our minds, like our fingerprints, are unique. What works for Jack might not work for Sarah, or vice versa. The key? It's about finding the right hypnotherapist, being receptive, and genuinely wanting that change. Have you ever pondered the success rate of hypnotherapy? Some say it's a staggering 93%. But as with most things in life, it's a bit more nuanced than that. Several factors come into play: the individual's mindset, the therapist's expertise, and the nature of the problem. But regardless of statistics, the real metric is the countless lives transformed by this fascinating tool. Speaking of transformation, let's address a topic close to many of our hearts: self-improvement. We're all on a quest to be the best versions of ourselves, aren't we? What if I told you there's a 5-day free self-hypnosis course that could set you on this path? Oh yes. And if you're curious, do check out the link in the description. Who knows, it might just be the catalyst you need. Before we close our enlightening chat today, let's address some burning questions. Is hypnotherapy a reliable therapeutic tool? Indeed, when wielded by trained hands, can it make you successful? It can, by unlocking your latent potential. But remember, success is a journey where hypnotherapy can be a guide, not the destination. And as the last notes of my voice fade into the stillness, I invite you to carry with you the seeds of possibility. Know that the mind is an enigma, a vast landscape of uncharted territories and hidden potentials. Hypnotherapy offers a bridge, a way to traverse those deep waters and dark woods. But in the end, it's your journey, your path to walk. Whether you choose to cross that bridge or simply admire it from a distance, know that you are in control. You hold the compass. Thank you, dear listeners, for being a part of this enlightening discourse. Remember, the power to change, to transform, to evolve is within you. It's always been. And with tools like hypnotherapy, you're never alone on this voyage. Farewell until our minds meet again. Remember, the universe hides its most profound secrets, not in the stars above, but in the depths of our souls. Safe travels on your inward journey.